This is Badass Billy Gunn, 11-time WWE Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion, Hardcore Champion, and you're listening to IcoPod. You gotta hear this. And if you're not listening to this, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
And we're back with episode 147 of IcoPod. I am Bob Conley Jr. With me, as always, is Dallas Gridley and Austin Skinner. Fellas, we are a mere 2 weeks away from SummerSlam 1995. Are we feeling the heat?
Oh,
Is it a scorcher? The excitement?
Yep. I can't wait for SummerSlam 1995.
Okay, Dallas. You're
very actually,
convincing.
I was gonna make a joke, but now I can't remember what the fuck it is.
I can remember what it is. It's the fucking SummerSlam card.
Oh no, well yeah, but actually Bob already made the joke because the SummerSlam poster says "Face the Heat." I couldn't remember what it said, so I was gonna pull some funny shit out of my ass about that, but I think SummerSlam.
I can tell you, I was not actively looking at the SummerSlam 1995 poster.
Well, I just did recently because of our updated cover photo, which as of recording is not up, but will be up because I just made it. So by the time anyone hears this, there's gonna be a really sweet custom SummerSlam on IcoPod's social media pages. So get the fuck ready. I didn't just copy and paste no poster. No,
that's what I do.
Yeah, me too.
Well, normally I probably would too, but I had so much fun making the ones for In Your House that I made one with an image from a recent episode of Raw because I wanted to kind of recreate the poster because you cannot find a good image of that poster that's not 200 pixels big. So I kind of created my own, and that is the IcoPod social. Actually, while you guys start talking, I could even post it right now so you guys can see it live.
Wow,
look at you.
To answer you, Bob, I would say that I think my momentum as far as excitement has kind of hit a plateau because realistically, am I less excited for SummerSlam than I was for the last In Your House or two? I mean, not really. It's getting to the point for me where these pay-per-views used to have some sort of build-up where it'd be like, all right, finally we've gotten to the pay-per-view. To whereas now, kind of on the backside of 1995, it's like, fuck, now we got the pay-per-view. So it's just kind of a shame that like I went from super excited all the time to like finally we're going to get some blow-offs. Finally, we're going to get some new story stuff to, hey, here's some stuff that's probably not going to solve anything. And you're not going to get super great matches that you couldn't just see on Raw. And here you go. Enjoy it. Hope you liked spending your $40 to $50 on our pay-per-view. So I don't know. It's just, for me, I'm kind of flatlined as far as WWF pay-per-views are concerned. I'm kind of right in the same boat I was for the last In Your Houses, I would say.
Well, I think for me, if you are somebody that appreciates a good storyline or captivating television, SummerSlam 95 is kind of the definition of not having that. Because if you look at the card, it's, you have Diesel and King Mabel.
Right.
Awesome. That's fucking going to be the greatest match ever.
Right.
But then, like, every other match, maybe aside from Undertaker and Kama, which really those two guys on television, aside from King of the Ring, I guess, have had zero real interaction. Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, the ladder match, was made because Gorilla Monsoon did a video where he was like, yeah, so like Shawn and Sid will probably suck. So we're just going to give you Razor and Shawn in a ladder match because that's what happened in WrestleMania 10. And I'm sure that's what the fans want. That was thrown together.
Yeah.
The Bret Hart, Isaac Yankem match. Yankem hasn't even left the dentist office. It's just been Lawler saying,
literally,
kick this guy's ass.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So there's been no substance there. Barry Horowitz and Skip has gotten the most attention, and most of that has happened on Superstars.
Which we haven't seen.
Yeah. So it's kind of amazing that the second, maybe the biggest or second biggest pay-per-view of the year, you're really going into it with stale storylines, not much traction going on,
Underdeveloped.
100%. So, all of that's, kind of a bummer. And then, also just kind of thinking about it, guys like Savio Vega, 1-2-3 Kid, Hakushi, those guys don't have angles or any kind of match going into the show thus far. Nothing's been announced for him. Hunter Hearst Helmsley has had nothing going on.
Bob Holly.
Bam Bam Bigelow is just, floating around now after WrestleMania 11 and that promised big push, but he's been just the sidekick to Diesel and Shawn.
Right.
Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Sure.
Came in with a great look and stuff like that, but
had a decent little match or two on Raw.
Yeah, he stole the bag that Hakushi had of Bret Hart's head.
Right.
I guess, but nothing's really going on. Alundra Blaze.
Right.
I really haven't heard anything from her.
Right.
So it's like they have a whole lot of stuff going on. All these wrestlers, but they can't formulate a compelling storyline. Lex Luger and Davey Boy Smith, what are they doing?
Right. Exactly. It's almost like, to me, like the booking sense, I picture it as like a spiral notebook, right? And they're just filling out the notebook. And then when it comes to booking the pay-per-view, they're flipping back through, but like either pages are stuck together or pages are missing. And then they just go off what they have. And it's like, well, you just did this 2 weeks ago. And now you're booking this match that makes no sense. Or these guys were just feuding. Now you're dropping that completely and starting a whole nother feud. So it's just, there's a lot of mishaps going on. On top of that, I'm kind of doubly bummed because I would say historically, I tend to enjoy SummerSlam the most out of the year. So for me, it's kind of even more bitter that the fact we're really not getting a whole lot of substance here. But when you're force-fed shit for a year, you just kind of come accustomed to the taste of it.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I'm with you as well. WrestleMania and SummerSlam are, historically the only two pay-per-views that I would regularly say, okay, this is going to be kind of worth my time. Obviously, WrestleMania 11 was not worth the time.
Right.
And then clearly SummerSlam 95 for WWF, they were just like, well, we'll just kind of roll with it. There's not been that major summer angle.
No, and that's so weird because the last 2 years and really the years before that, there has most definitely been one. A huge one.
Right. Yeah.
So
93 was Lex Express, obviously,
yep.
and then 94 was Brett and Owen in the cage.
Right.
And then this year, it's the former rapper guy winning the King of the Ring to go after a truck.
Yeah, it's like not even close because even the build itself, it hasn't gone all year.
No.
So I don't know. It's just, you can definitely tell the creative juices are starting to freeze up in the lines. That's the way it feels to me, and that's the way it's felt to, I think, all three of us from 1995. But it's just a bummer because, kind of like Bob highlighted, there's a lot of new guys that are in, a lot of young, hungry talent that is good, that maybe, either hasn't gotten the, time on television or the proper push when needed, or just the total lack of utilization.
Yeah.
So it's such a weird upside down time that trying to make sense of it, we could be on this for 36 hours, let alone 1.5. So I think it's best that we just do what we do best and get right down to it, Bob.
All right. Well, there's not a lot of notes in terms of Observer, but there is some house show notes, and there is a Madison Square Garden house show, which with some interesting developments. So we'll get into that here shortly. But let's get into Observer notes. The WWF believes it is 50-50 whether or not Jeff Jarrett will return to the company. I guess Jeff Jarrett had a phone conversation with Vince McMahon, largely stating that his issues were that he was being presented as a phony singer, and then at the arena shows, such as Madison Square Garden, that he wouldn't get wins. So he's a phony singer, and then he's losing both on television and at the arenas. It's like, where can I go from there? I'm a fraud. I can't. No one will buy into me. His partner in crime, the Roadie, apparently the WWF is not interested in bringing him back at this point.
Wow.
Because it has been reported that the Roadie failed a drug test prior to In Your House number 2.
Well, I find that super interesting that he failed it prior to the show, and then they still let him go and wrestle.
That's what I was thinking when I read that. Because on that show, that was the show that he pinned 1-2-3 Kid clean with a pile driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least give him the loss or something, and then we don't have to show him for a couple of weeks.
To me that sounds like sour grapes on WWF's end, because they were investing a lot in Roadie pretty quickly. Right. So for them to be like, oh, well, we didn't want you back anyway, so you're lost. It's kind of like bullshit, motherfuckers. You do.
And didn't he win? He won a match at King of the Ring, didn't he?
Yeah.
He advanced.
Right.
So I wonder if that's why the Roadie walked out with Jarrett. He was, well, I fucking failed the drug test. I did coke before the show. I'm going to get busted. I might as well just walk out now.
I don't know. It definitely could be, because why else are you going to do that when they're booking you relatively strong compared to a lot of other guys?
Right. He's Sid Vicious himself.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a drug test. I'm just going to walk out on it. Not a big deal.
Yeah. As far as Jarrett, I'm surprised to hear 50-50, because as of like last week, that was it. There's nothing. It's 0-100. He's not coming back.
Right. Jerry Jarrett was saying that his son, Jeff, was not going to be returning. So he would just like set out the contract or whatever.
Right.
But now it's 50-50. So
I think it would do Jeff Jarrett some good not to come back, to be honest.
If I had to guess, I bet you Jeff was like, hey, Bischoff, are you interested? And Bischoff was like, nah, dude, we're good.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck, okay, well, can I come back?
Yeah, right. Exactly. So,
who knows? Here's some sad news for Austin's favorite wrestler on the IcoPod series. Mike Rotunda, also known as IRS, is leaving the World Wrestling Federation, and he'll be going to work for World Championship Wrestling.
Oh man. When?
I would imagine, I think we've seen his last appearance.
Fuck.
I want to say his match with Shawn on Raw the other week was his final Raw appearance, and he's definitely in WCW by October, I think.
Oh, well, at least he goes out on a high note. There you go.
That's a good point.
Dude, here's the thing, okay? And everybody gives me shit about IRS, all right? I'm going to set the record straight right now, okay? Would you rather watch IRS or Quang, for example?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'd rather watch Quang.
No, get out of here. You're a liar.
No, I'm not lying. Because you know what? Quang, who is Savio Vega, would at least do like a running, spinning heel kick in the corner and land on the floor. And you'd be like, wow, that was cool. Mike Rotunda just sweats. He just sweats profusely.
Yeah.
Okay. Abdominal stretch.
Right.
That's it.
It's called relatable, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I
look like Mike Rotunda when I wake up every morning.
Oh.
Just sweaty. My
shirt's
soaked. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Not looking good. Yeah. My white t-shirt is suddenly blue. Okay.
Okay, here's the thing, man. Point being, at the end of the day, we've seen a lot of bullshit on Raw. IRS Mike Rotunda is not at the bottom of that list.
I agree with that. At least even what I've seen.
So,
And
and that's my only argument. Did I say he's at the top of the pile? Absolutely not.
You said he had the best match at SummerSlam 1993.
And you go watch that shit back and you tell me any different, motherfucker.
Bob, just to follow up with what you said, his last televised match was against Shawn Michaels, and then he had some pretty strong matches on his way out. Though pretty much he fought at many house shows, Diesel and Shawn in a tag match, teaming with Tatanka, and then he had a couple singles matches with Shawn before he left. His last match was July 29th, 95, and then he actually makes his first WCW appearance September 11th, which is the second Nitro.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say September, but I wasn't sure if his maybe a no compete or something.
Oh,
that is a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's less than a month he's on the competition. And you guys, I believe I noted it that he was going to be a producer for WWF and still work house shows.
Yeah.
Which was clearly them phasing him out in the ring, because the idea would be he'd be a producer, and then if they needed him for a replacement or something on house shows, that he could be inserted in there. But WCW must have been like, we take former WWF stars all the time.
Right.
We'll give you a couple hundred. Just jump ship,
Less
man.
dates.
Right. Abdominal stretch all you want on WCW Worldwide. We don't care.
Yeah, we'll put you over.
Yeah.
You'll beat young good. You'll beat young good talent all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's like maybe now, after a year of the new generation movement, we're actually slowly turning that corner to the new generation movement, because we haven't seen guys like Bundy in a while.
Yeah.
IRS is leaving. You know, Bob Backlund hasn't been featured too heavily. He's been in a couple of vignettes here and there, but he hasn't been on TV every week. So maybe we're finally starting to turn that corner a little bit, which is kind of exciting.
Well,
it just took them a year and a half after they start promoting the new generation.
Yeah. Well, and just think about this: with IRS leaving, and we haven't seen Bundy, maybe we could finally see the end of the $1 Million Corporation.
Yeah.
Maybe it's slowly falling apart, even though they have Henry Godwinn as a buddy now. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm over that angle. I'm over Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase's on way too much. He's getting way too many paydays for my taste.
That's really a good point, though, about the corporation, because that's been a horrible experiment.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I think they are probably going to drag it out a little bit longer, but realistically, I feel like IRS is like a staple, like him and Ted, you know?
Yeah.
That's who you think together. Yeah. So then if you only have Ted, I don't give a fuck. Like IRS like adds to that group, I think, enough where it was like, okay, IRS and Ted, like that's a classic like team, and okay,
that's your Money Inc. team,
and that's
I was gonna say that's an extension of Money Incorporated.
Exactly. So without IRS, what's the point? You might as well just start phasing that out. We don't need it. Sid doesn't need to be in that.
I've never really looked at it that way. That IRS was kind of what kind of brought it all together.
Absolutely.
I feel like that. And like I said, I mean, who knows? Maybe even on this Raw, maybe we'll see it. And it's just going to be weird. Then it's like what? Ted, Tatanka, Bundy, Sid, and
Henry Godwinn.
And like, what the fuck? What kind of team is that?
Here's my question. So with Rotunda leaving for WCW, as a viewer of WWF, and if you were to tune into that second Nitro, and you're seeing a guy leave the corporation to go to a different company, are you like, wow, Ted can't even keep his own guys around? This stable is even more of a joke than what I thought it was.
I mean, it definitely, I think, makes it pretty interesting to look at.
I don't know, though, because as a fan, right? Say you're in 95, you're a fan. Are you seeing WCW as legitimate? Or are you saying, wow, poor RRS, he's got to go over here to this place now?
I think maybe...
Go ahead.
I
John.
think I was gonna say I feel like at first, but I feel like I don't know. I think once we kind of start covering WCW and hearing what happens, maybe that I mean, obviously it switches eventually. But so I'm curious to see like, okay, when he makes his first appearance, is it like, oh fuck, IRS is on this now, or is
Yeah.
it like, oh, that's interesting. Lex was here the first week, and now the IRS, so people are switching over. I don't know. I think you got to kind of look at it as a whole.
Well, and we just touched on, don't forget how Vince is seeing it as kind of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Are fans kind of matching that mentality, knowing what WCW is right now, Saturday nights, kind of BS TV, decent little pay-per-views. I don't know I think it's going to take a minute for WCW to really get their foothold in. So even with IRS on episode 2, I don't know if it's going to be seen as really that big a deal.
No, I don't necessarily think that. I think obviously the Lex thing we know shook it up a little bit, but
because Lex is a quote unquote star that they helped build in WWF,
which is crazy though, because like I said, I think it was last week's episode. It's like he's not doing shit. Like he sucks. So I can't wait to see how like it changes.
And it's so funny how quickly audiences forget, because I said before that I always see Lex as a WCW guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes back and it's like, oh my God, Lex Luger of the WWF. No, bitches. He was already in WCW.
Right.
Like,
He was
that's
a WCW guy.
That's where he got to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. For me, that's a little bit weird. But going back to the corporation, from the very beginning, the corporation should have been about building stars. And it wasn't. All they did was try to prolong Ted's tenure on TV by kind of just doing a hodgepodge. I'd say the best thing the corporation did was try to utilize Tatanka in a different way.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think it helped or hurt TV. Well, maybe it hurt it a little bit, but it was just stale.
Yeah.
It's all the same old guys that you've seen from the past. Nobody's really making waves. Nobody's a huge threat because they're not winning matches ever. And there's no new stars. You got to put new stars in that to be fueled by Ted and maybe IRS, because really IRS is an extension of Ted DiBiase, who can still wrestle in the ring, but it's Ted. You know what I mean? They're a package deal. And it could have been 10 times better, but that's just not the way they went with it. And it's a shame, because now if it were to fizzle out, who would really notice? Nobody.
Yeah. Well, and I think to answer your question, in 1995, if you were to put on Nitro, would you be buying into it? I think if you were to watch Nitro and you see guys like Hogan, Flair, Savage, Sting, Luger, like Dallas mentioned, and, Arn Anderson, Nasty Boys, whatever, all those guys are considerably bigger stars than anybody in WWF. And most of those guys, if not all of them, had been in the WWF at some point before going back to WCW. So I think a lot of fans would be like, oh shit, I didn't know all these dudes were here. All these guys are mega stars.
Right. No, that's a good point. And don't forget the production value in the Mall of America is fucking awesome.
Yeah, WCW's production was always better because it was a production company, like CNN, Ted Turner.
Yeah.
Like, that's their background.
So I don't know. I mean, I think it could swing either way. And I think that's why the Monday Night Wars were so successful, because it did swing either way.
Yeah.
So I think it's just going to be interesting to tune into that first week and really kind of dig into it and see, because I've never watched that first show all the way through. So that'll be interesting for me to like sit there. I pieced it out, definitely. I've seen the main event. I've seen Liger, Pillman, a couple of different things. But to sit there and watch the whole thing and then dissect it with you guys, I think is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. And I want to point out, I made a post on Facebook about what we should do for the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
When we get there. And it looks like the overwhelming response from the listeners is that we would still do live watches of Raw and then just discuss what we saw on Nitro.
That's like surprised me, shocked me. I'd say.
I'll be honest. I was also actually pretty surprised with the overwhelming response. Even Bob, I saw you posted even on Twitter. Now we obviously didn't get nearly as much response, but needless to say, the majority did in fact go the same direction.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, especially since Raw hasn't been good in a long, long time.
Well, that's why I think people like listening to the show is because we're watching bullshit, so they can all go to hell. But I want to point out though is that when we are to do that, WCW Nitro will not be covered like how we used to cover Raw in the sense of in-depth notes and like move by move stuff like that. It'll be very abbreviated. It'll be like so-and-so defeated so-and-so in this amount of time after this move. Carry on. Promos, interviews probably will not be dissected much because
it's basic,
it won't be really needed.
And that being said, I think on my own time, I'm going to try to watch Nitro before we record. So if I see something of note, I'll try to bring that up. I cannot promise I'm going to be able to do that every week, but that is my goal. I want to, just how I was watching clashes before, in between WCW pay-per-views to kind of fill in those gaps. I want to do that with Nitro.
I will have no problem watching Nitro. I'll just watch it the Sunday before we record IcoPod, and then
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Jot down some notes or something, but that's what we'll be going from there. So I think that'll be fun anyway.
And that's the thing too. So it's not like we're totally leaving out in the cold because again, we do every WCW pay-per-view. That'll continue. So now it'll be nice. Yeah, we're not doing a deep dive dig into every episode of Nitro, but it'll be nice with some context going into the pay-per-views and kind of, I think everything will be tied together a little bit nicer. So if anything, Nitro does provide that for us. That small commentary, that little peppering in of the Southern-based promotion, I think is only going to enhance our program. So I can't say that I'm mad that we're sticking with Raw. Again, as the completist in me, I'm okay with it, even though I'm probably going to hate a lot of the episodes that we do. So in that sense, nothing, I guess, will change. But yeah, it was very interesting for me to see that everybody really, for the most part, wanted us to stick with Raws. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think a good idea would be when Raw is preempted for like the dog shows or the U.S. Open tennis matches and stuff like that, that we would still, maybe we could watch Nitro then.
Sure.
Because I'm sure as fans in 95, 96, 97, if that would be the case, you'd be like, well, fuck, I'll just go to TNT and watch Nitro tonight.
Right.
Well, and it'll be fun to see the ratings jump too. Like Nitro that week, they'll probably jump up wicked high before they're starting to obviously get steam. Like I think that'll be fun to see. Yeah,
absolutely. Back to the Observer Notes, there's only two more things. Apparently, Adam Baum recently gave his notice to the company, and judging by what happens at the Madison Square Garden show that I'm about to discuss here in a second, that was probably the tipping point for his desire to give his notice.
Dude, first IRS, now Adam Baum. Dude, fuck that. We're not watching Raw anymore. Forget what everybody voted, dude. We're WCW. Bret Hart spelling it out.
Writing it in the air, yeah.
That's right. The August 7th Raw got a 3.2 rating. That featured, of course, the rematch with Razor and Vega taking on Owen and Yoko for the tag team titles. So we're kind of we were doing for a while. It seemed like 3 5s, 3 7s.
Somehow.
Yeah, now we're going back down to our 3 2s, 2 8s. So maybe the fans are trying to tell them something a little bit here.
Yeah.
There's 3 house show notes. One of them, as I've mentioned, is the Garden show. And then there's a Smoky Mountain show and, of course, USWA. So let's see what we would do on the weekend of the 12th in August here. First up is the Madison Square Garden show, August 12th, 95. 8,800 is your attendance, which is not great. I'll just note that there was an announcement following the matches for an October 6th return, which would feature the following matches. Bret Hart with George Animal Steel in his corner to take on Isaac Yankum DDS with Jerry Lawler in his corner. WWF Women's Champion Alundra Blaze defending against Bertha Faye. The Undertaker against King Mabel. And a WWF World Title match. Now, I guess it wasn't announced who the World Title match would be featuring.
Sure.
Apparently not King Mabel if he's already wrestling The Undertaker. Spoiler alert there. Also, a little bit of news here is Bill Watts, who's been rumored to be getting involved with the company in a creative way, I guess, attended the show as a ticket holder without knowledge of WWF management and reportedly took notes and asked questions of fans around him because he knew virtually nothing about the WWF product. So he had to really get a firsthand lesson from fans around him. So
I'm not interested in that at all.
I'm not either. He's way far behind the times, and that would just hurt them even more.
He's good at the very fundamental basics. Bulletproof, I should say, at the very fundamental basics of booking a storyline.
Yeah.
I think anything beyond that, which is pretty much everything in WWF, you're fucked. Yeah. So I don't really see how he's going to help the product, but what do I know?
Yeah. All right, let's get into the matches here. There's some descriptions here, and I'll just read through it here. Skip defeated Bob Holly when the momentum of a flying body press by Holly put Skip on top. Fatu defeated King Kong Bundy with a body slam after Bundy missed a charge in the corner. Henry Godwin pinned Adam Bomb at the 15-second mark.
Oh, no.
With the slop drop. Now, you might be wondering, wow, Adam Bomb, 50 seconds. This would be the second time in his career at the Garden getting pinned in a short matter of time, because you'll recall at WrestleMania 10, he got squashed by Earthquake in about 9 seconds.
Yep.
So, poor Adam Bomb. Here's a shocker. You guys will probably love this one. Jacob and Eli Blue defeated Lex Luger and Davey Boy Smith.
What the fuck?
When Luger was pinned after Smith walked out on the match. Now, here's the news that I'm kind of getting at. Prior to the bout, Smith took the microphone and told the fans not to chant USA because it offended him.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah, so he was like, don't chant that, chant UK, because he's not American. So
who's writing this bullshit, dude?
Wait, but not even that. Why are you saying that on the microphone when your fucking partner has the U.S. flag on his tights?
Right, yeah.
And you're literally
it was when he was in the ring. When he was in the ring, they would chant USA, not UK. So he'd be offended that they're not cheering for him. They're cheering for essentially Lex Luger.
That's bullshit. That's so stupid.
It's so weak, and it makes Davey Boy look like a fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah. I thought you guys would like that, especially with the Blue Brothers.
Right.
Fuck those
getting a fucking pin.
Blue Brothers.
It is no wonder. There is no mystery involved in Lex Luger not only leaving the company, but showing up on Nitro #1. If I was him, dude, I would have done the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I would have probably gone a step further, and I would have held up my little American fucking gear and threw it in a garbage can or something. I'd have been pissed. Because this dude, for a solid 2.5 years, has been booked like trash. Has lost every big match. Has no credibility. Heel or face, no credibility. Has really accomplished nothing of note. And has looked like a fool on countless occasions.
Yeah.
So, I don't blame him one fucking bit for doing what he did.
Me either.
Yeah, I would have done it as well. Apparently, he goes to WCW on $100,000 contract. I would have gone to WCW for the candy bar, $100,000.
Ooh, those are my favorite, I think. So.
Yeah. I would like, if I was Lex Luger, I'd be like, oh shit, dude, Bishop, I didn't know you were talking about money. I thought I was just getting a candy bar out of this. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving on here, Savio Vega defeated Rad Rafford, who was a substitute for IRS, with a spin wheel kick. WWF World Champion Diesel and the Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels defeated Men on a Mission when Diesel pinned Sir Mo with a boot to the face. Prior to In Your House #2, the match was set to be Diesel and Michaels against Sid and Jarrett. But then prior to that show, it was Sid and Tatanka. So they changed this one a few times. Now, after the match, Davey Boy Smith and Razor Ramon made the save for the champions. So I guess Davey Boy Smith is not heel. He just doesn't want to be. He wants UK chance. But he made the save for Diesel and Shawn after the match.
Maybe they were just testing that out, and they were like, "Okay, that actually was really fucking stupid." So
they for sure are testing out a heel turn,
which is 100%. Fine.
It's the way they, but it's the way they did it. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. The angle they're going with, like, chant UK for me. I'm offended by USA.
Imagine being at a wrestling show. UK. No, it just doesn't. It doesn't work.
No.
And not only that, throughout history, other than prior to fucking the American Revolution, the UK has been our allies. So we're talking 200 years worth of allies.
Well, yeah.
And now we're mad? Like, come on, dude. That's so weak and such bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Razor Ramon defeated Psycho Sid by disqualification when Ted DiBiase interfered as Sid was set up for the Razor's Edge. Hunter Hearst Helmsley pinned 1-2-3 Kid with the pedigree. Tatanka defeated Bam Bam Bigelow in an Indian strap match. And the main event saw Bret Hart pinning Jean-Pierre Lafitte by kicking off the turnbuckle while caught in a sleeper. So they basically did the WrestleMania 8 finish on a house show.
With Bret Hart, every other match is that fucking ending.
He's done that his fair share.
So many times.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that show. You'd have to fly me out, get me a limo, put me up in a 4-star hotel, and serve me a $100 dinner to go there.
I don't know if I thought it sounded that bad, but
it's not horrible.
It's not great, but that was once again. I feel like this is another one of those we've heard a lot worse.
Yeah, but that can't be every single one.
I think this show is missing one thing, and that's a casket match with The Undertaker.
Ooh, yeah.
Dallas doesn't even have a reaction to that. Okay, thanks, Dallas.
You know, Soldier.
Yeah, I would probably get a maybe nosebleeds or something.
Yeah, and then you'd come after the bell rang and stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, would be 15, 20 minutes late. Anyway, Fire on the Mountain, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, Johnson City, Tennessee, Freedom Hall. This also took place on August 12th, 1995. And it featured a whole bunch of stipulation matches. So let's get into this one. Boo Bradley, who is Balls Mahoney, defeated Tommy Rich, and Bradley was blindfolded for the match. Robert Gibson defeated the Headbangers in a handicap match. If Gibson were to have lost, he would have to wear a dress.
Oh.
This is just a general statement. A battle royal went to a no contest. Cool. I don't know how that happens, but it did. Tommy Rich and the Punisher defeated Boo Bradley and Brian Armstrong in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Tracy Smothers and Dirty White Boy defeated Al Snow and Unabomb in a Loser Leaves Town match. Brad Armstrong defeated Brian Lee. Ron Wright defeated the Dirty White Boy. Jim Cornette defeated Bob Armstrong in a First Blood match.
Oh, God. No.
Brad Armstrong defeated Smoky Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Buddy Landell in a Lumberjacks with Rackets match to win the title. And your main event would see Tracy Smothers and Dirty White Boy defeat Smoky Mountain Wrestling Tag Team Champions Tom Pritchard and Jimmy Del Rey by disqualification.
Fuck. I want to go to this one, but I don't know if I'm going to.
Nah.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, there's just not enough finishes.
Well, when Boo Bradley's in like 3 of your first 4 matches,
right?
I'm probably not going to go.
There's like a lot of repeats again. Yeah, I don't think I'm going.
Nah, no way.
Dallas is not a fan of Jim Cornette in the First Blood match, apparently, with Bob Armstrong.
Come on, that was probably good.
Get the fuck out of here with
Bob
Armstrong.
The best match.
Well, okay, I'll give you that, but that ain't saying much.
Let's go to USWA in Memphis, Tennessee, August 14th at the Mid-South Coliseum, and it drew 1,400 fans for a gate of $8,600.
I was gonna say, well, 13 fans were in attendance this
Pretty
week.
much. It has 8 matches on the card. Axel Rotten defeated Gorgeous George III. Miss Texas defeated Uptown Karen. Stephen Dunn drew with Pat Tanaka. Brandon Baxter defeated Randy Hales in a lumberjack match. Bill Dundee, Frank Morale, and Phil Hickerson defeated Tracy Smothers, Buddy Landell, and Robert Gibson in an elimination match. Doug Gilbert defeated Brian Lee in a first blood match. PG-13 defeated USWA Tag Champions, the Heavenly Bodies, by disqualification. And in the main event, Tommy Rich defeated USWA Champion Billy Jack Haynes by disqualification.
I'm just going to throw this out there, Bob. If you were to read the same USWA card, just in a different order every week, I wouldn't know the difference.
I have literally no fucking clue. Every time you read it, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's what he read last week. But,
You'd go months without us noticing.
Yeah.
And that's not a good thing.
No.
Not needless to say, I'm not going to that show. But the second half sounded better as you kept going. I was like, okay, but I'm not going.
Yeah, but there's a lot of bullshit finishes again.
Yeah, but you don't know that when you say you're going to go to a show.
No, that's true. No, I know. And I would say the USWA show somehow is stronger than the Smoky Mountain one.
Maybe on paper. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know that if I were to have gone to this USWA show, I'd be pissed that the final 2 matches both ended in disqualification.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's bullshit.
That should be a very seldom thing, not
100%.
There was one time when I read the USWA shows that there was 7 matches and 4 or 5 of them ended in disqualification.
I'm pretty sure it was 5 and then 2 got legit finishes and that was it.
And it was undercard matches, stupid ones.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
And they wonder how the town got killed. Give me a break.
Right. So, yeah, needless to say, for me, I don't think I'm going to any of them.
If out of the 3, I would go to the Garden.
Agreed.
So, I'll give them that. Syndication, there was 2 things here. On the August 12th edition of Superstars, Barry Horowitz was able to last 10 minutes in the ring with Skip. So, managing to go to a draw essentially gave Horowitz a win. He didn't actually pin Skip. He just lasted 10 minutes in the ring with him.
Okay.
On the same episode of Superstars, Hakushi defeated Aldo Montoya. So
I forgot Aldo Montoya was even a thing.
Didn't he have one showcase on Raw? And they were just fuck it, he sucks. We're not gonna.
Yes, there was one showcase match, and then I want to say maybe he made another appearance somewhere. But he hasn't. That's been it.
Yeah, he hasn't had much promotion on television. There's no doubt about it. No. That leads us now, though, into the August 14th, 1995 edition of Monday Night Raw. The runtime is 46 minutes and 3 seconds. Here's a rundown for what we'll see, at least a description, I should say, on the WWE Network. Jerry the King Lawler is forced to face the music as he goes one-on-one with Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels. Goldust makes his first appearance as he delivers his first message to the WWE Universe. Because, of course, we have to make this a 2020 relatable WWE Universe bullshit. WWF cameras pay another visit to the office of Dr. Isaac Yankum, plus Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Smoking Guns, and many more in action. So that is what we're getting prepared for here.
Oh, boy.
Can't wait.
So I'm going to count down from 5. If you guys want to watch along, head over to your WWE Network. I should probably give you guys time to avoid any kind of ad, which I didn't have one today. So
what?
I got Progressive.
Did you? I got the Undertaker again. 30 years of the dead man.
Oh yeah, that's weird. I didn't get one today. But yeah, hopefully it's been 15 seconds and you can watch along with us, or just fucking listen to us be miserable and you guys won't let me watch Nitro. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Well, hey, while the intro's playing now, go ahead and go to our social media page, boys. Go ahead and see that
I'm gonna do it on
SummerSlam
my phone
poster.
because I'm afraid it's gonna fuck up my stream if I switch windows.
Well, it already fucked up mine because I'm buffering. So
Come
that's fine.
on, dude.
Awesome. Well, they keep showing Shawn Michaels dancing here. They almost showed him show his penis on Raw, but they didn't.
Now, you know what? I bet you now I get an ad. Guarantee it. That's probably why it buffered. They're probably like, wait a minute. Yeah, here it is, progressive. They were probably like, wait a minute, we didn't give this guy an ad, so we have to fuck him up and buffer him.
Okay, well, we'll give you a time check, Bob, once you're back in action here. We're just seeing a replay of Mabel slamming Shawn Michaels, and tonight we get Shawn Michaels versus Jerry Lawler. How exciting! Can't wait.
All right, so where are we at?
Hold on just a second. We are at 1 minute right now. Minute 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Let me know when you get to 9.
Now.
Okay.
That was you said that as my thing went away.
I like our cover photo, Dallas. I think it's very funny.
Thank you. It's Diesel.
It's Big D. Speaking of Big D, we got what looks like Jerry the King Lawler doing a backstage black room fucking promo to the camera. Great.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh, boy.
Brian Knobs photo.
Oh. That better be the only one that comes through.
You got to get the back half. Hold on.
I already sent you
Oh,
guys
I'm
the
kidding.
asshole picture before.
No, I ain't sending the asshole picture.
Why does Brian Knobs look like every kid we wrestled with ever?
Well, we're live from Worcester, Massachusetts. So this would be a live episode of Monday Night Raw. We're not. We're out of the taped scene.
It looks packed in there.
What the fuck?
I've
Why
always
is-
liked this venue.
Wait, why is Ted DiBiase with Vince McMahon? I got to hear his ass all night.
He's
on
done it a
commentary.
couple of times. Yeah, he's been on a couple of times commentary. Well, let
He
me tell you
did,
something, Vince.
He did
If
Royal
I'm
Rumble
not on
94.
camera enough, well, tonight I'm going to be on commentary. So not only are you going to see me all night, you're going to hear me all night. And that is worth its weight in gold. Fuck.
God damn it, McMahon.
Why does Vince always wear fucking priest collars?
Well, it looks like he's got like a bomber jacket underneath his blazer right now.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, what?
Here comes Doink the Clown.
No. This guy's not supposed to work here anymore.
Yeah, well, he's here.
You lied to me, Bob?
I did not lie to you.
This is a taped Raw, so
This
is
is
from-
live.
this
This
is
is
from
live.
3 weeks ago.
No, this is a live Raw.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty funny that Dink's not out there.
Well, they had to cut costs.
Well, why? Well, I think Doink actually might be Waylon Mercy. He's kind of walking like a robot.
Dude, this is such bullshit. I thought we were done with this fucker.
I'm
Now,
actually
you
like
know-
pretty.
What's kind of funny is like Doink would usually at least get like the sympathetic, like, yeah, hey, it's Doink. No one cares that it's Doink. There's
Yeah,
like
'cause
3
he-
people clapping for him.
Because he's like a bad patch of crabs. He just
Oh,
keeps
shit.
coming back.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, I bet you never seen these two in the same place, but here we are.
Well, he's wearing Doink's shirt out to the ring.
Yeah.
Your life is in Waylon Mercy's hands. I can't bend my knees, but I can kill you.
What's more 95 than Doink and Waylon Mercy opening Raw, dude? Holy shit.
Hey, at least he's like gonna beat the shit out of like not just a job guy.
Doink's pretty much a job
Well,
guy.
you know what I mean. I knew you were gonna say that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not fucking no name Matt Hardy.
Matt
Do you
Hardy's
guys,
probably a bigger name in 95 than Doink is.
That's
Probably.
bullshit. Yeah. He's the guy who held the door at King of the Ring.
That's right. That's right. I was in the crowd at Super Brawl 3. Remember me? Yeah.
Do you guys
Look at-
know what Waylon Mercy would become later famous for?
What?
What?
The berries and cream commercial for
Berries and cream, berries and cream.
Dude, that's the haircut, dude. Oh, he's
Yeah,
already
doink
bailed
means action here tonight. Waylon Mercy has got to hold the ropes as he walks around the ring because his fucking knees are popping. They're gonna pop out of socket as he walks around. He's like, God damn,
when he entered the ring, he pulled himself on the apron and he managed not to bend his knees, so all of the pressure went on his lower back.
Well, that's probably why he's holding it. Look at.
Oh, probably just tore his ACL for just dropping down like that.
Oh my God. Doink has got the upper hand right now on Waylon Mercy. If you aren't watching, turn this shit on. The August 14th, 1995 edition of Monday Night Raw. Doink the Clown has got the upper hand on Waylon Mercy.
So, you know what? Everybody that's listening, and I'm talking to you, Mick Price and Mike Campbell and all you other motherfuckers. You're telling me that in 3 weeks you would rather us watch Waylon Mercy against fucking, I don't know, Savio Vega instead of here comes Eddie Guerrero against Chris Benoit, or here's Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio. You motherfuckers are going to make me watch this shit.
Oh, he was holding the rope for Doink, and then he let go of the rope, and it hit Doink.
Yeah, cool. I would rather watch, a top rope or a Karana.
I just love how Waylon Mercy does anything he can to not wrestle or do moves.
Yeah.
Well, look at him. He can't even sell a fucking punch in the corner.
Waylon's selling right now in the corner. Waylon's selling in the corner now. It's basically him just squinting.
Yeah.
Oh, it decked him with a left hand. What is he, Johnny B. Bad?
He needs to be a manager.
Oh, there's a clothesline. Why you gotta be so mean?
I'm gonna squish this worm on my arm, and then I'm not gonna bend my knees, and then I'm gonna say I can kill you by slapping the rope on you, and then I'm gonna put you in a headlock and do crazy eyes because that's the only thing I know how to do.
He just put a short, like instead of a short arm clothesline, he just did a short arm sleeper hold.
Look at. He doesn't know where the hard cam is, so he's just looking. He's just looking out to the crowd, like, "Hey, you like this? I don't know where the hard cam is."
He's like, "Where's the red dot?"
He's looking for it.
Oh, I found it. There it is. Wait a minute. Is that it? No.
Vince is like, God damn it. This guy is, he's a monster. Look at him, bring him down. He bent his knee. Fuck it, popped.
The crowd right now is chanting, "Kill the clown."
I like that Waylon Mercy bought his pants from High Spots because they're like the Pro Lyrica shiny material.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. And he's got his Depends on underneath.
Always.
Wow. Okay. Well, Waylon just won the match with a sleeper hold.
Well, that's his finisher, Bob. He makes him die. He killed him. He's like, what? I didn't know what I did to him. He just did this. I'm going to shake his hand. Good job.
This crowd seems to be really fired up.
They're rowdy as fuck.
Yeah.
100%. There's actual movement in the crowd. When's the last time you seen that?
Well, forever ago.
Yeah.
Probably since the Manhattan Center.
Probably.
And for them to be chanting "Kill the Clown" is a bit extreme for 95 standards.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There we go. Now, this is where Ted DiBiase be like, "Oh, look at this hot broad. Oh, wait a minute. I like gold, but I don't like gold that much."
Is this the first time we've seen this guy?
Yes.
I can't hear what he's saying. What's he saying about?
Have you ever heard of a bunkhouse match?
Have you ever seen...
It changed me.
Have you ever seen a penis pushed inward to look like a vagina?
Magical town where you make quite the name for yourself. It feels
different.
Did you ever smell bales of hay when you were going 64 miles an hour down a road? It changes a man.
You want to see a wider butthole than Brian Knobs? Just look at me.
You know what else is as golden as hay? My hair. This is pretty drawn out here.
The Legend of Gold Dust.
It's weird that everything's gold except his hands.
I know. What is up with that?
That's weird.
They probably didn't think he was going to use his hands.
He should have put like gloves on or something.
How did they talk Dustin Rhodes into this bullshit, dude?
Money.
If you're Dustin Rhodes and they're like, hey, you're going to do this gimmick, are you being like, nah, I'm going to stay in WCW?
He spent many summer days in Acting 101. Look into the eyes. And the green screen's like going darker and lighter, so
Yeah,
he's
weird.
clearly not in Hollywood. Gold Dust. Oh, he's born a star. This is like such a weird promo. And he keeps touching his hair.
The visual is really weird.
This is just so drastically different than fucking Dustin Rhodes.
Dude, like what? If you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. We're not in Kansas any longer. Oh, he wants to be the world champion, it sounds like.
Yo, fucking K. Not with those bangs, you bitch.
He wants more gold around his waist. Oh.
Somebody just died.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Okay. That was weird.
What was Goldust talking about?
I think he was mostly talking about Brian Knobbs' asshole and sending pics to New Jack, but
Well, he basically was saying he was a star and that he's looking forward to adding more gold around his waist, and that was like the world title or whatever.
Okay.
oh, Henry's here. Henry Godwin. Good thing. Vince was like, God damn it. And he's got his slop bucket. He's like, come over here, Henry. God damn it.
What's
Ted's
going
like-
on with this?
Ted's like, don't overreact.
Wait, what? Why is he pissed at Ted? I thought they were cool. I thought they were buddies.
No, remember something happened. Something happened. It was something small and stupid, but I remember something happening.
He's like, yeah, let's go talk about it. I'll give you a couple hundos.
Ted's like, come on, Danny McBride. Let's go.
Oh my god, that's good. Oh, Henry saw him get on his knees.
He's like, get on your knees. I'm going to take out my pig dick and I'm going to stick it in your mouth, God damn it.
Dallas, you've been talking about a lot of weird shit. Is it the Goldust promo, or is there just something going on when we're not on IcoPod?
It's been my life has changed.
Is it me, or can like Henry Godwin fit right in with like Bunkhouse Buck and those fuckers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, Austin.
Oh!
He just gave him a slop drop.
Who is that?
He just
that's
dropped
Ted.
slop on him. It's like fucking oatmeal.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Oh, why would you rub it in your face, Ted?
The visual, baby. Ted knows money.
That's true.
All right, so that's a babyface turn, I guess. The way he's looking up at Henry with that freeze frame was a bit weird.
Yeah,
I knew what he was doing. I said it.
he was slopping his drop.
Oh, look at that. That's funny. All right, well, Henry Godwin, I guess, is a babyface now.
Again.
I'm a blue-collar farmer. That's probably what they're going to be going for.
Fuck off with that. What's he gonna tag with, the garbage man?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He'll team up with the dentist guy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, because historically farmers have really good teeth.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, there's
It's me, Doc Hendricks. Here I am. I got no shirt on under my blazer. Ooh, and I am Miami Vice. I don't know, Vince. Let's go to the ring.
Vince, who was a hot broad that we just saw there that was dressed up all in gold? I mean, holy shit, man. I would just rail her real quick. Doc, that's Dustin. What are you talking about? Yeah, no, Dustin Rhodes. That's all right, man. I'm a free bird, baby. I used to do some crazy shit in the 70s and 80s. If I fucked a man before, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, let's go to the ring.
We got the Smoking Guns coming out, and the most homoerotic cowboy team has arrived here.
Yeah, you know, we're really pushing that theme here tonight between Goldust, Ted getting on his knees, and Smoking Guns.
Yeah. Ted took a face full of slop like nobody else.
What in the fuck is this?
Wait, is that Sean Waltman over there?
No, that's Renegade.
Is that a before and after for Weight Watchers? I've never seen that before.
Shit.
This is me 150 pounds ago. And now it's also me here.
How did these assholes get stuck with the fucking job team of the century here?
It's Techno Team 2000.
Hey, I like them.
No,
When we
it's
do
really
when we talk about what was the best in '95, guess what my favorite tag team is?
not Techno Team 2000.
Techno Team 2000.
Is this Renegade and Fat Renegade?
Yeah, I don't know what this is so funny. If you're not watching with us, the guy in the ring right now is about probably a good 280.
More than that.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I'm trying to be nice.
320.
All right, 320. Okay, and then his tag team partner is basically him if he lost 180 pounds. Parker's got him up on a hip toss.
God. Fucking Fat Jack Black just sandbagged the fuck out of that arm drag.
No.
He didn't even do it. He couldn't take it.
Christ, that was
What
bad.
is his gear? Is it say engine?
Yeah, so the other one must say something else. So there must be.
If his name is Engine, he's running on empty on that fucking hip toss. He did not have enough to get up on that.
Oh my god.
I need to know.
Mention, this dude's like shorter than Kevin Sullivan.
What was that? He just did like a weird backflip to get out of to avoid a kick or something.
Jesus Christ, this is embarrassing.
Here's Marty Jannetty. He just what is going on?
He jiggled his butt with his hands.
Caboose.
Dude.
That's on his gears. Caboose.
Caboose
He just
engine.
used his hands to fucking wiggle his butt cheeks.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey Billy, come get some caboose juice."
Maybe he didn't know that. Maybe he knew that he was the ass man before we all knew it.
Right.
Well, there's a sidewinder.
And
That should be
he's dead.
Fuck was that?
Bart drop kicks the other fat guy right in his face.
That was the most bizarre fucking enhancement team I've ever seen in my life.
Billy's like, yeah, that fucking sucked, didn't it?
What a bunch of shit. At least they're getting a win here, though.
Yeah, over Caboose and Engine.
Caboose juice. That was a
That was
fucking
ridiculous.
trash bag.
Well, this has been an entertaining episode so far. We are a mere 17 minutes and 15 seconds in.
I think I'm behind you guys a little bit. I paused so you could catch up, and I think you went ahead of me.
Well, you shouldn't have paused it. Why would you?
Here we go. Here, Dean Douglas. We're back with him.
Well, it's me, Dean Douglas.
I put him over on Twitter recently saying he should have broke everybody's neck backstage who booked him in this. And then Mikey Whipwreck followed me. So
No, dude, I saw your post. You were like, hey, Shane, you sucked at this. Why did you do it? Essentially is what you said.
it was backhanded. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
100%.
It was. And Mikey
Execution.
Whipwreck liked it.
Yeah, apparently. Execution is the word here. The act or mode or result of one's performance. Oh, this guy is so annoying.
Shane Douglas is a good-looking man, though.
Is he?
Yeah, he's got the movie star looks. Come on.
Okay.
I don't know. He looks like a guy that would be like a front-end manager for Target.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he does.
No, gym teacher at least.
No.
I could see gym teacher as well.
Yeah.
Well, right here, he's like, Mr. Bart went over here, and these glasses, they can all kiss my ass.
Rick Steamboat. That's great, man. Come on.
So he's using a match between Brett and Jimmy Del Rey for his
Look, he doesn't know what buttons to
analysis.
press.
He had no idea.
Here, do this shit.
Mr. Hart is laying on this man. Is he a homosexual? Well, he's executing him, that's for sure.
What?
He's like, well, you know, he did always blame Shawn for being a homosexual, but you know what they say? He who smelt it dealt it. Am I right?
See these knees? He didn't hook the knees. The excellence of execution didn't hook the knees, and that's why Jimmy Del Rey kicked out. God damn it, I'm going to press 3 more buttons. Look, I'm going to pause on Tim White. Hey, Tim White, go shoot yourself, you motherfucker.
This is such bullshit, dude.
Mr. Hart.
Just debut the son of a bitch already. I'm sick of everybody having vignettes for like 20 weeks in a row.
My favorite one was when Jeff Jarrett did one for 13 weeks.
It was literally 13 weeks.
It was great.
Like what?
His vignettes were longer than his actual career.
Yeah, we're already sick of them.
He's giving Brett a grade. What is it?
A B. F. Damn it. Why is the second line so short?
Because that's how F's are, Bob.
Mine's always even.
Well, you don't do them right.
Oh, that's rude.
I like his little sign up there. Avascosclava Miki TBDco.
Oh, an exclamation point. And look, he's circling it. Till next week, you can all kiss my ass.
This is so stupid, dude.
The report card.
I like the fake noise of like the nails, which really just sounds like you're ripping like a piece of plastic in half.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of these, like, and actually hear the audio and shit, and just see how stupid it is.
Clearly, Vince McMahon was triggered in school when a teacher would do that.
You should turn the audio on.
Well, no.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I feel like I'd catch myself listening more than I was talking.
Well, sometimes you need to. You need that context.
Yeah. Speaking of context, we got Shawn backstage in a locker room. He's got the IC strap around his waist.
Oh, he's got the same attire on as he had at King of the Ring 1995.
Yeah, he hasn't changed. He's just been partying for fucking days on end.
I would like that vest.
Yeah. Not the hat.
Well, if you want an action figure of this pretty much the same exact attire, you can go and vote on it on WWE.com for the fan takeover action figure of Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
That's real. I voted this morning.
Did you vote for that one?
Yeah, I want the King of the Ring 95 one because we did that episode, so I thought it'd be funny outfit.
Oh, great. Next week, it's The Undertaker against Tatanka. Can Tatanka cash in? The Undertaker against Tatanka next week on Monday Night Raw.
Oh.
Here comes Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Who is he taking on?
That'll be the first Undertaker match we've seen in a long time on Raw.
Hey, look, was that?
I think so,
could that have been Triple H's? Oh my God!
I think it was. Yeah.
On the Tron, there was 3 H's.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, Jeff Hardy.
On Jeff Hardy. Okay. This should be a good 12 to 15 minute match.
Get the fuck out of here.
Whisper in the wind, baby.
We're just thinking about May and Moolah are ringside. So just thinking like 5 years. This is going to be for the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, Austin's laughing because if you think we're doing this in 5 years, you're delusional.
No, we said we were until the end of Nitro, end of Nitro.
I don't know, man. I might not even make it till next week.
Well.
I'm really bitter about this whole, we don't want you guys watching Nitro, stick to Raw bullshit. So,
I'm still very surprised that was
triggered.
Well, what do you guys think about Hunter Hearst Helmsley taking on this young buck in the ring here?
He is wearing young buck like attire.
Thank you.
For sure.
Well, I mean, they got their inspiration from someone, but
yeah.
Oh.
You think I'm gonna push you in 20 years? You're fucking wrong. And you're wrong again.
Yeah. Instead, we're going to make you look like you were drunk and crashed a car in 2020, even though you've been sober.
Right.
I don't really particularly like Triple H. He's never been super interesting to me.
Really?
But everything he does in the ring looks like it fucking hurts really bad.
Okay, well,
that was Whisper in the Wind.
Whisper in the Wind. Holy crap!
That was that.
He missed it, but he did it.
Yeah, he did miss it. That was funny. I like Triple H. I mean, it gets to. I would probably say, starting in 2003, he gets kind of annoying, but
it's just the same old thing. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
think I have my ups and downs with him, to be honest. I think there's times I really like him, but then there's, like Bob said, pretty much after that, and it's kind of like when he's got the title every month, it's like, okay.
Well, I
agree.
I'm looking forward to when he does his promos where after every word he does a listen here, Rock. The game. Triple H.
Undertaker does that shit
ass,
too.
The backlash.
Oh, is this it? The pedigree. And I'm going to bury a kid before you even get your foot in the business. Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
See, that was an impressive ass little match. Triple H looked like he beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, and they made it seem like, at least to me, that little Jeff Hardy could have done something.
Right.
But, like, in this particular match, he couldn't because Triple H was so good. So,
Right.
like, he they didn't make him just literally get beat up and have no, like, attempts at offense. I think that's kind of fun to see.
Yeah.
Which is really the sign of any good, effective squash match. You know. Oh, boy. Here we go. Todd.
The biggest attitude in Connecticut. I don't know if that's true. Vince still lives there.
That's true.
I think I've seen the Stridex logo more than wrestlers tonight.
Live Sunday, August 27th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We're going to see Big Cool Daddy Diesel defend the WWF World Championship against King fucking Mabel.
If we don't see a jackknife powerbomb on Mabel, we're not watching anymore.
I bet he tries.
There's no fucking way.
If I was fantasy booking, I'd book it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that you would have done.
Well, I book a lot of realistic shit.
Yeah, dude. Dallas books a lot all the time.
Ladder match, Intercontinental Championship, Shawn Michaels defending against Razor Ramon because, as Gorilla Monsoon basically told us, Shawn and Sid would fucking suck. So we're going to be like, hey, fans, these guys have had no real interaction for over a year. But here we are.
Well, yeah, he could actually. Well, is the match with Lawler for the title? It could be Jerry Lawler versus.
Go fuck yourself on that one. Bret Hart. Bret Hart taking on the dentist Isaac Yankem, DDS.
Look at that picture. It looks like somebody's weird aunt who looks kind of like a guy.
Yeah.
But it's like the aunt.
The feud here, and if you guys are wondering, is Isaac Yankem is pissed because in Canada they have free healthcare, so essentially dentists really don't make any money off of that. So he's really pissed off about that. Women's champion Alundra Blaze defending against Bertha Faye.
Dude, come on, dude.
Because we only have 2 women. Look at 4 months ago.
What the fuck?
The last time that these women did anything on television was the night after WrestleMania 11.
That shit sucks.
Well, we've had 4 months of build. I'm ready for the blow off.
Gorilla Monsoon put that match on the card for the fans. Okay. Undertaker against Kama.
No.
Yeah, man.
No.
What up? Plus, more news from the office of Gorilla Monsoon. Added to the card. Yeah, Barry Horowitz, my social studies teacher, taking on my gym teacher, Skip.
On pay-per-view?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
Now here's the footage from Superstars.
Scraping the bottom of the
Sonny's like, no, barrel. Skip does not have shrinkage, I swear.
Barry Horowitz lasted 10 minutes.
Oh my god. Look at that picture of Chris Candido. What a fucking idiot.
1, 2, 3,
shit, yeah, out of this.
Kushi. That should be good.
Hell yeah. They better get 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're lucky if they get 5.
Oh, fuck, dude. Fuck you out of that match.
Yeah, but why do we continue this trend of, like, here's a match. We don't have a reason for it, but here it is.
Well, he keeps on saying that all these matches are made by Gorilla Monsoon because it's for the fans. If they really cared about the fans, they'd put out stuff that actually had a storyline and we cared about it.
They haven't done that since we've started watching.
For the most part.
Say what you started, Vinnie Mac. I'm Doc Hendricks. I'm just... Look at my chest hair. Look at this chain. Here comes a pig farmer. God damn it.
Here comes the biggest babyface in WWF history, Henry Godwin.
Why is he coming out again?
Because he's probably wrestling.
Why didn't he just wrestle fucking earlier?
Yeah, he is wrestling.
Well, there's
So
his opponent.
he turned face about 25 minutes ago.
Oh my god.
Now
LT and Bam Bam.
What is this?
A rematch?
No. What is...
That was it? Why did we just get that random little graphic?
Something about WrestleMania being on TV or something they made it sound like?
Oh.
That was weird. Have they been playing Henry Godwin's music the entire commercial break there?
Yes, dude.
So, wee!
It's like 2CW when they would play Living on the Edge for about 4.5 hours before the
my
show would start. I want to blow my brains out.
Rush Greenberg.
Oh god, we've seen this guy before.
What? We're another
commercial break. Cool. Henry Godwin beating on a miniature Scott Steiner right now.
Uh-huh.
Oh, misses a clothesline. Greenberg going for a crossbody, fall away slam off the middle rope. No.
It's a 33 and 1/3% of Scott Steiner in the ring there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Choke him over the bottom rope now. A Jerry Lynn leg drop? Yeah.
Sort of.
Ugh.
Counts.
You're right. That was such a better version of the Jerry Lynn leg drop.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn's funny as shit on Twitter.
He's awesome.
Jerry Lynn's amazing.
If
you want to listen more about Jerry Lynn,
fucking show yet?
What happened?
Have you asked him to do your show yet?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
Jerry Lynn's a very intimidating man.
You're fired, both of you.
Wow. Well, if you want to listen more about Jerry Lynn, go listen to our TNA Cross the Line podcast that Austin does not listen to.
No. You have enough listeners. It's surpassing IcoPod, and I'm not okay with that because this is the show I'm on. So
I don't know if that's true or not.
Hey, I don't know if that's accurate, but needless to say. Oh my God!
Oh, Russ.
He went back and he's like, "Can you make me more oatmeal and put like some worms and an apple in it?"
Interestingly enough, though, that wasn't the first time that something had exploded on his face. That's how he got the job on Raw tonight.
Right.
With Pat Patterson.
Look, there's literally like a tomato in there.
That's gross.
See what you started, DiBiase? Now he's just slopping everyone.
Wait, did he even win?
Yeah, he won with a slap drop.
Oh.
There's Isaac Yankem murdering a woman with a drill.
Look at how hard he's pushing on her head.
Yeah.
It hurts.
He didn't even take the protective thing off before he started squirting it.
They just cut away from it. It was we couldn't watch it anymore.
What the fuck?
What if all of a sudden Yankem went in the camera and was like, "Suck it. I'm going to say this in about 4 years. Suck it."
Oh my God. With like the robotic voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is such bullshit, dude.
I was going to say, I forgot that it was Lawler and Shawn Michaels tonight. Wait a minute. So if I'm a fan, how would that explain
Right.
that Jerry Lawler was just in the dentist's office, now he's wrestling?
Right.
Earlier today.
I hope they said that.
Lawler's hair looks like it's connected to the crown.
It's like when you buy a Hulk Hogan wig as like a costume and it's connected to the bandana.
Yeah, exactly.
Lawler's hair looks like the fake wig that Meng wears on WCW.
Yeah.
But like his is real.
Right.
Hey, I'm back here with
Who's this jabroni?
They're playing a game.
What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Oh, they're playing Pogs.
This is stupid.
Oh, an unpunched sheet of Madcaps.
Those were big. That was a big thing back then.
Yeah.
I remember people would come to school with like binders full of these little fucking things.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. What else do we got? Well, we got this magazine with Shawn Michaels on the cover. About how that?
And before everybody calls in, no, this is not the one where he's naked in. We do have to make that announcement. He is not nude in this magazine.
How the fuck do you play this? You stack them and then you like hit them?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So you stack them up and then you throw other ones on top and then they fall off.
They
and
don't
win?
know. They don't know.
Yeah, that was weird.
Jerry Lawler's
Of course,
like,
they picked the youngest looking guy on the roster to play fucking that shit.
oh, yeah.
Right.
Lawler's like, yeah, my third wife really likes my hair poofy like this here, so
My third wife.
I think she's 18.
Oh. Yeah,
She should be in high school by now.
Oh, was he using Stridex? Of course he is.
Hey, that wasn't a period pad. Let's just put that back, Vince. There, close it up.
Oh,
Shawn
shit.
Michaels.
That Kendricks just went nuts when Shawn Michaels' music played.
I got the looks that drive the girls wild. I got the moves.
So it's
Yeah,
face
Vince.
versus face at SummerSlam. Shawn versus Razor.
That's correct.
That's weird. Razor's going to be the one getting booed.
Weighing 27 pounds. Shawn.
I would imagine Razor at this point would play the heel role
Yeah.
if it were to happen. Yeah. Where's the pyro?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you putting Jerry Lawler in this spot? Are you fucking kidding me?
Got to have someone cheer Shawn, have them so they can cheer Shawn any more than they possibly do now.
Come on.
I'm not. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy.
Shawn Michaels here.
Yeah, I love watching the guy just slowly strip off his clothes and move his hips in a sexual manner. Ooh.
So does Bret Hart really likes that too. He talks about it a lot.
Goldust would love it.
Bret's like, yeah, and then Shawn would bring little kids in the ring and make them strip all their clothes off.
And then Jerry Lawler would have a raging boner at the fucking announcer's table.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Degenerate.
What was that? Shawn, will you break your what? Royal something.
Cherry.
Oh.
What a interesting mixture of styles. You have Jerry Lawler, who likes to stall for about 35 minutes, and then Shawn Michaels like, I want to wrestle balls to the wall for 35 minutes.
Yeah. And don't forget, Shawn was shining shoes while Jerry Lawler was AWA champion, so
Yeah.
there's got to be some ego clashing in this one.
Most likely. Oh, Shawn tripping Lawler after sliding through his legs to the floor.
Shawn's leaving. He's like, I'm done. I did what I needed.
And I wonder if Shawn is bitter about being paid popcorn when he wrestled in Memphis,
Most likely.
while Jerry Lawler lived in a double wide. I've heard the stories about like Jerry Jarrett's mansion. And these
Dude, I was
would-
just going to bring it up.
be paid with like, here's $4 and a peanut butter sandwich. Not even jelly, just peanut butter.
Yeah.
If you want to stop by my house, it's a fucking mansion.
Yes. I was just going to bring that up. How like checks would bounce for paychecks and this dude would be living high on the fucking hog.
Yeah. It's amazing. Shawn is just making him look like an idiot.
I was just going to say, we've kind of embarrassed Jerry Lawler as much as we possibly could to open this one up.
You know, I'm kind of amazed that Lawler would. There goes my pop filter. I'm kind of amazed that Lawler would do this type of shit when he still wrestles with USWA. Because
As a main guy.
Yeah, if I'm a USWA fan, I'm watching this. I'm like, why am I cheering for Lawler at the Coliseum? And he's getting made out to look like a punk.
Right.
By Shawn Michaels. Like, it doesn't really do him much favors.
I don't know. I don't know if Lawler or really the fans even care.
I don't know. He probably didn't, as long as he was getting paid.
Right. Exactly.
Backdrop by Michaels. This is going to turn into a fucking squash match.
I mean, it technically should. The guy's a
Wait.
commentator.
Lawler, yeah, you're right. Lawler going for a pile driver.
Oh,
Oh.
What the fuck? Shawn did a handstand?
Blocked it by doing like a handstand.
Psycho Sid's at ringside.
Throwing shit. Oh, he's taking the IC belt. He's already jobbing himself out to the IC level.
That's the closest he'll get to it. Because he don't get no match at SummerSlam.
Right.
Lawler's sending Michaels into the corner, and he does the Flair flip, and he crashes to the floor. And now Sid's like, I'm angry. I missed out on softball for this fucking show.
Oh my.
Go to commercial. So what is he doing? Is he just hanging out at ringside?
Yeah, he's just holding the belt yelling at a camera that's not even on him right now.
Well, the way they showed it, it looked like Sid was going to try and snap the belt in half, but he didn't.
It really did, yeah. Lawler with a vertical suplex. He's like, I'm solid. I would have thought that Yankum would be out here for Lawler, not Sid.
Something. We have no proof that Yankum's even a real guy. Like, we haven't even seen him in person.
Right.
Yeah.
Lawler keeping basic control here with some fist drops.
The classic Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a big Jerry Lawler fan, personally.
I like him when he's not in the WWF. Oh, he's going to go for a DDT, it looks like. And he got it. That should be it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's non-title. So even if Lawler were to win, he wouldn't be in the ladder match. So that's
damn, what a bummer.
Yeah. Well, Dallas put it in my brain, and I was like, that's a great idea. And now they're just like, nah, we're just kidding.
I think it could happen.
If Shawn loses to Lawler here, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that would be so bad.
We're about 42 minutes in, so we're just shy of 4 minutes left here, boys.
Scooping a slam, Lawler going to the top. I wonder if he'll do another fist drop. There's no way.
No, he doesn't.
I'm going to say a 450.
Oh, you were wrong. He went for a splash. Shawn moved.
And then proceeded to get up immediately.
Yeah, he doesn't no-sold it. Oh, Shawn with a kip up, and Lawler's like, what the fuck? How did you do that? I've only seen you do that for the last 6 years. Shawn firing away with right hands in the corner. Sending Lawler into the corner. Flying forearm like he's Tito Santana.
Arriba!
I'm going to stop on your face, you fat buck. Okay, now we're going to pick him up again. Scoop and another slam.
Oh, boy, I don't care what anybody says, dude. As cocky and as dicky as Shawn Michaels was in the 90s, he had every right to be. He's keeping me invested in a Jerry Lawler main event on Raw.
I would say he's the best entertainer by far.
I agree. 100%.
Super kick. And Lawler rolls to the floor. Sid tries to hit him with the belt, but Shawn ducks it. Sid running like he's Waylon Mercy, and then he just kicked him on the forehead.
He kicked him like on the top of the head.
Yeah, it was weird. Are we going to see the ruler of the world powerbomb our champ?
Are we going to see a triple threat ladder match at SummerSlam?
I'd be down for that.
You would think with all these kicks, he'd play kickball, not softball, but...
Yeah, that's true. Choke slam.
One-handed choke slam. Take that, Isaac Yankum. Yank on these nuts.
Here comes a Razor Ramon. Yeah, dude, I'm getting the title match. Discus right hand, which I don't know how that really adds any momentum, but okay.
Well, good thing that Shawn's opponent for SummerSlam is helping save him right now.
Yeah.
And good thing he's cosplaying as a fucking banana.
What was that? Okay, so Shawn was going to go for a super kick, and then Razor was like, nah, bro, let me lift up this fucking 320-pound guy.
I can't believe he just lifted him like that.
Lawler just got in there and pulled him out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but honestly, if you wanted to super kick him, I'd be like, sure, man, I'm not lifting him over my head.
Right.
Like that.
Well, you're risking injury.
Yeah. Kicking a guy on the jaw is easier than having to pick him up over my head.
He did get him up pretty easily, though.
Here's your interaction for SummerSlam. Wait, I want that.
Here's the drama. No, man, it's mine. No, Razor. It's literally mine. I'm the champion. And then Razor overpowered him, and he has it. Like, hey, dude, Chico. I had it for a while, Chico. It's gonna be up in the air, Chico.
This is the only belt I can win, man.
Oh, he dropped it on the ground.
What in the hell?
Here comes Diesel.
What the fuck?
Guys, stop it. You guys are better workers than me. You guys should be the world champion. No, stop it, guys. Relax. It's okay. Easy.
But we're back from commercial, but Raw will continue, and Diesel's randomly in the ring.
Where's Bam Bam Bigelow? He should have come out.
Diesel's like, Shawn, calm down. Hey, Scott, you want to go to WCW? Shawn, come on. NWO money. Shawn, come on.
That was stupid.
Yeah, it was.
That's how they're really setting up the ladder match. It's like, no, I'm a former champion, but I'm the champion now. All right, well, I'm gonna grab the title.
Yeah, that was kind of
all right. Well, we're gonna put it up in the air now. We're gonna fight. Okay. See you then.
I dare you to punch me in the face. Come on, hit me. And like Ray's like, I'm gonna hit you. And Shawn's like, hit me. And Ray's like, I'm gonna hit you. And then it just goes off the air.
I'll do it.
That's literally what they did.
That's bullshit.
Oh, I'm gonna hit you, dude. I dare you. Oh, you wait, man.
You're lucky I'm a nice guy.
All right. Well, that was
I was entertained.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was a bad episode until this is a stupid ending. I mean, it wasn't bad though.
Listen, when you start out with Doink and Waylon Mercy, and I end up being like, that wasn't terrible, you did something right.
Right, yeah.
Because that episode had every excuse to be an absolute dumpster fire. And it actually didn't turn out that way.
Yeah. No,
So,
I agree with that.
I think, well, to just really quick wrap it up on my thoughts, I think the crowd plays a huge factor into it. Because what a difference in presentation when the crowd is actually invested, whether or not I could hear them or not, I could see them invested. And dude, that just enhances everything. It makes me want to be invested. If they're this excited and participating, it makes me want to watch more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So that was a big takeaway for me for this episode.
Yeah, I think when you have a crowd that's so rambunctious and really caring about the product,
right?
It just makes the viewing of it so much better. I think that's a lot like with ECW. That's why it makes ECW better than what it probably was.
100%. The ECW crowd is literally a third man in every match.
Yeah.
100%. Without the ECW, if you take like a Raw crowd from 10 out of 11 Raws that we watch and put it in ECW would be fucking bullshit.
Right.
So I completely agree with that.
Yeah. If you were to put an ECW show in like Dayton, Ohio, WWF crowd, they'd be like, "What is going on?"
Dude, it would be so bad.
Yeah,
it'd
be
be
like,
so bad.
This Sandman guy like sucks. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, ECW like, yeah, fuck this guy, hit him with a beer can. All right, yeah.
And as a fan watching, you're like, oh fuck yeah, to the Sandman. When you be like, dude, this guy fucking sucks.
This guy blows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember back at when peak ECW or whatever, and he would do his his Frankensteiner off the top rope. I'd be like, yo, my god, that was so cool. And then you go see Scott Steiner do it, and you're like, oh well, that guy isn't that great.
Yeah,
it's like a friendly reminder, like, oh right, yeah, Sandman sucks. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Crazy thinking there for a minute.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah. All right. So next week's episode is the August 21st Raw, and that will be the final Raw before SummerSlam, which would be taking place on August 27th. And then Raw is preempted for 2 weeks in a row. There's no Raw on the 28th or September 4th. But of course, September 4th is the debut of WCW Nitro, the show that I love and long for. But the listeners of IcoPod fucking hate me. So we'll just watch the first. We'll be watching Nitro, live watching it, or whatever you want to call it. And then every week after that, we'll just discuss it, like like a general happening. It's kind of like the syndication notes, but it'll be just
right.
Obviously more. It'll be longer because there's more than one match that is of a substance. If there's any kind of angle developments and stuff like that, right. We'll check it out from there as well. Dallas, where were you at for that episode?
I thought in general, I think it was like Austin said, the crowd helped. So I think in general, I think it was a better episode than a lot we've watched recently. So yeah, I mean, I thought that was in the case of what we've watched, that was a good episode.
Yeah, which is a rarity, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Where are you guys at for the Henry Godwinn face turn? Are we sold on it or do we hate it?
I literally couldn't give two fucks about Henry Godwinn, so I don't know. I think it was stupid to try to put him with Ted anyways. Like, that was just like a stupid, like, 2-week thing they did anyway.
The
so
loose
like,
association didn't make any sense.
Mm.
And it was just like, why did they do that? It lasted very, very little time. So now we're past it, and okay, now we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Although, like I said earlier on, I think it's just continuing the dissolve of the $1 Million Corporation, because it almost even seems like Sid might have a loose association with Jerry Lawler potentially now.
Right.
I mean, who knows?
For me, as far as Godwinn goes, I think there's just guys, and I think this is a rule that can be applied to maybe 85% of every wrestler ever. There's just certain guys who were made. Can they do face? Sure. But they were made to be a heel. I think Henry Godwinn's one of those guys. I think Adam Bomb is one of those guys. So, just as a few examples, I give them credit for trying things. And again, on the opposite side of the coin, you could say the same for Tatanka. Realistically, he is a face. Always. I just feel like they go with the obvious sometimes, but then shoot themselves in the foot when they could go with the obvious and then don't. They're like playing off the wrong things, I think. Am I glad he's not going to be associated with Ted DiBiase? Absolutely. But do I think for any reason Henry Godwinn should be a face? No. I think it's going to weaken him substantially. So I don't know if I support that. And to be honest with you, I don't think I do.
But, all right. And then where are we at with Goldust?
I'll tell you what.
The first actual appearance of Goldust was tonight as well.
Well, I think that they know how to create that intrigue. But of course, what's going to happen when he gets into the ring? So
how is he going to work the gimmick?
Well, because I'm interested just because it's like, what the fuck was that? Like, what did I just watch? And like, so now I want to see more. But at the same time, how is he going to do it? What's he going to do?
To me, taking as much bias out of it as I can. The visual, because again, I wasn't listening, but the visual to me comes off cheap and hokey. There's something I don't like that feels second rate about the character. Just from a visual standpoint, that's nothing against Dustin Rhodes or his wrestling or whatever. It just feels a little too... It's hokey.
Well, I think...
It's Quang. Like, it's hokey shit.
Yeah, but it's just part of what we're watching. I mean,
yeah, but I don't know. There's something about the look of Goldust that comes off bad.
It's the cheap, like, fucking pleather gold jacket. That's what really...
And the wig is bad. The paint is basic. It's like a gold face.
Well, yeah, I think... Well, we're going to see that evolve. So, I mean, I think,
Yeah.
I bet you it changes by the next promo. I bet you it's not even the same thing.
First, I guess, impression, it comes off cheap to me. If I'm a casual viewer and have no idea who this is and it's a brand new guy, I'm laughing at that.
Well, my first my main takeaway, I should say, is his hands.
Yeah.
It's just there's something that's not polished about the whole look. It's not a
Yeah.
knock on the character, or there's just, I don't know, it looks cheap. Like, okay, so you bought a suit jacket, you spray painted it gold, you painted your face with a flat basic gold, and then it's a fake wig. Like, what even is this? Halloween shit? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, when I say his hands, in case anybody's wondering, it was weird that his hands were
Not painted.
not painted
gloved.
or covered up. It was just kind of a weird dynamic for it.
And I guess to go the cheapness of it, the background flickering in and out, like, come on. Like, this is bullshit. I don't know. I didn't like the first viewing of Goldust, to be honest.
I mean, I like the character.
I think there's potential there because he's unlike anything else on programming right now, which is refreshing. But to me, like, this is how I view it right now. When we first saw Doink, it's fucking bullshit. He's a clown, right? It's bullshit.
Mhm.
But there's potential there for him to do some really cool, interesting shit. Right now, that's kind of how I'm seeing Goldust. It's fucking bullshit, cheap garbage, right? But there might be some potential to do something with it. But since I'm tainted and biased because I've seen how Doink turns out, as much as I'm trying not to put that same mask on Goldust, I can't really help but to kind of see it that way. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I'm viewing it. I'm trying not to, but that's what's coming across to me is like just hokey bullshit stuff.
Well, I think what Dallas was saying, I'm pretty sure, and we'll see it over the next several weeks and months, but the Goldust character really evolves and his look becomes a lot better. Because I agree with you with like the hokiness of it. Like the fake wig maybe doesn't work really well.
It just seems the best word to describe it is cheap.
Yeah.
That's the best word to describe it. But I'm willing to stick it out and see. Although I shouldn't, because how many times have I had my hand slapped for that one? Numerous.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not going to write it off. I think it's interesting. And again, I like it for the fact that it's not like anything else on Raw programming. There's nobody doing that.
Right.
Not even close. It's not a karate guy. Everybody's a fucking karate guy right now. Everybody's a king. It's just, it's different, which is nice.
You guys are aware as to why he's gold, right?
Isn't it just like the Hollywood stuff, right?
No.
No? Then I guess
Do you know why he's dressed up in gold, Austin?
I don't.
So, I think even it takes Dave Meltzer a long time to realize this as well. And it took me a while too. But he is dressed up in gold to be similar to the Emmy, statue award.
Oh, that was my next guess. I almost said that.
Yeah. So that is kind of the idea. So that's why he's all dressed in gold, because he's like
an Oscar you're talking about, like the statue.
Yeah.
That was actually mine. I was almost gonna say that, but
yeah.
Huh. I don't know if I knew that before.
I didn't know that, but I remember reading like in the Observer or whatever. Meltzer was like, "I'm embarrassed to say that." I think it's like almost a year in, or 6 months or a year in, and Dave Meltzer's like, "I just realized that Goldust is basically dressed up like an Oscar or Emmy or whatever."
Oh yeah.
He's like a
I'm
trophy.
not. Yeah, he's like, I'm surprised it took me that long to realize.
See, that makes me like it a little bit more, though.
Yeah, well, it makes more sense,
right? Instead of just fucking bullshit, get up.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah.
I think knowing that in the context is
that's a major difference.
Yeah, and I think that I mean, if nobody knows that, they could easily find a way to incorporate that into the character.
You have to. Come on, that's easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, this was a pretty enjoyable, entertaining Monday Night Raw. Next week's show will feature Undertaker and Tatanka, so they all can't be winners. And then after that, we'll have SummerSlam 1995. As always, we appreciate you guys listening, sharing us around on Facebook, and interacting with us on Twitter and whatnot. So I'm excited about really getting into the Monday Night Wars. I think that will spark up more conversations, really comparing both shows. So, we'll obviously be live watching Raw, but then comparing it to Nitro, I think will be really interesting, because we could even keep a tally of which show is better. Because I think, surprisingly, when Nitro is like dominating Raw in the ratings, more times than not, Raw might have had the better show in terms of entertainment quality. Right.
And I think that's going to be a good key point to keep in mind moving forward.
Yeah. Maybe even like most of 96 might still be like Raw's not that bad compared to Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And
especially when Nitro goes 2 hours, because they kind of oversaturate their stuff.
Right. And that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Really quick too, I want to, so if our IcoPod originals that are listening right now, and I know they're listening because they listen to everything that we put out.
That's right.
I am throwing down a challenge right now. When this episode gets posted, and it will, and you've already listened to it, I want you to go on the Facebook page on this post, and I want you to tag 5 friends who may or may not have heard IcoPod before. And I want you to tag them right in the comments, because by the time Monday Nitro rolls around, I want to really flex our downloads, and I want as many people listening as possible to get as much info as possible on the first episode of Nitro, because who knows, down the road, if we do get to 1996 and 7 and we're like, wow, Raw is hot garbage, we can re-pull, much to the delight of Dallas and Bob, and see if we're switching the channel. So let's start it off on a good foot. Let's get as many people in the door as we can, listening as we can, because down the road, who knows? Things might change here at IcoPod. The wrestling scene is changing in 1995, 6, and 7, and we might have to change with the times. That's all I'm saying.
And I also want to point out, if you guys, I don't know why this is like a new thing, but apparently a lot of wrestlers or influencers are always on Twitter like, what wrestling podcast do you guys listen to?
I've noticed that as well, yeah.
I don't know what that is all about, but it doesn't hurt to do an @ and then put in IcoPod. If you're a fan and you like to listen to us, maybe that helps out with people finding us and seeing what's going on. I mean, we're almost 150 episodes of the regular series,
right?
Going on 3 years of doing this, so
straight, no breaks.
We never missed a week,
right?
So obviously dedicated to doing this and torturing ourselves.
And I'll be straight up honest. I mean, there's been times where it's like certain comments or messages or stuff that Bob will pass along to me from listeners has driven me to continue. So to even gain one new download, one new listener, one new McPrice, one new Mike, that makes the difference to the people doing the podcast. So it's easy for you. It's a win for us. And then it's a win for everybody. So help us out.
Yeah. And you know what? And if you don't do the stuff that we're asking, because of course this is a free podcast, right?
It always will be.
We'll never charge you. We'll never sit here and do 8-minute ad reads to start the show, talk for 4 minutes, and then do another 3 minutes ad reads.
Right.
But I'll start doing it.
That's
if you don't do the shit that Austin just asked or I just asked, okay, motherfuckers. So I'll say by the time we get to October of 95, if you guys listen, you IcoPod Maniac brothers and sisters, I guess, maybe there's a woman listening, I doubt it. But if you don't do this shit, that October 3rd episode of 95, I will fucking do 9-minute ad reads for Raycon, Blue Chew, the fucking get out of the way of a train thing.
And if you want the not ad version, it's $24.99
a week. Okay, a fucking week.
A week.
If you don't think I'm gonna make a Patreon where I do that, you're nuts. Because it's already in the works.
You want a bonus episode? Break out a 50, buddy.
Oh yeah, $50 a day. Good fucking luck.
Damn it.
No, but I'll never do that. I do it as jokes when I'm ever like, thanks for Raycon sponsoring the podcast. If Raycon ever listened to us, they probably sue us for defamation because they don't want to be associated with us. But that's fine. But we appreciate you guys being associated with us, even if you're embarrassed by it. You know what? Leave us a review too on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify or wherever else you can. I don't know. I just talk and upload stuff. I don't know where you can do any of that, but that would be fun too.
You'd probably get mad if you tried to figure out how to write a review somewhere.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I got really annoyed trying to figure out iTunes like 8 months ago with my phone. I was like, this is bullshit. And I had to FaceTime him like I was a grandpa. Dales, how do you do this? You gotta like scroll it down or something? And he was just like, well, you see that like blue bar? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, is it lit? And I'm like, no. He's like, it's not plugged in. I was like, fuck, okay.
It's literally like that. And I can attest to watching a full-blown UFC match between Bob Colling Jr. and a printer.
Yeah.
So
shit happens.
And it turns out on that one, I did not know how to load the paper incorrectly. So on that note, for Austin Skinner and for Dallas Greeley, I am Bob Colling Jr. and this has been IcoPod.
You gotta print it.
I was just thinking that.
Up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Ain't your hard-eyed girls? Hands off the merchandise. I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives the girls wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I said chill up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. It's your hard-eyed girls. Hands off the merch. merchandise.